I don't tell many people I used to be a 911 dispatcher. Most people imagine flashing lights and dramatic rescues. The reality is quieter. Long nights. Cheap coffee. Fluorescent lights humming over a concrete room that never really felt connected to the outside world. This happened about 10 years ago. I'll keep some details vague, not because I want to be mysterious, but because I signed paperwork that technically still matters. Let's just say it was a Midwestern county. A few small towns, a lot of farmland, one main dispatch center serving everything. I worked nights, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. 4 consoles, 3 monitors each. One for call intake, one for the CAD system, one for radio traffic. Every call recorded, every button press logged. They drilled the rules into us during training. Always confirm the address. Never assume you know what's happening. Keep the caller talking. They train you for panic. They don't train you for what came in that night. It was a holiday shift. The kind where people drank too much and called too late. Storm warnings were rolling in, and the radar screen glowed green and yellow with heavy rain pushing through the county. We were short-staffed. My supervisor was half buried in paperwork. My partner that night was new, still figuring out the system, taking the lighter calls. Around 2 a.m., my console lit up, incoming 911. I answered automatically. 911, what's the address of your emergency? Silence. Not unusual. Pocket dials happened all the time. Hello? 911, can you hear me? That's when I heard breathing. Slow, even, not panicked. I checked my screen. The address field populated, but it didn't make sense. Instead of a street, it just said, Dispatch Center, no number, no city, no zip code. Calls couldn't originate internally. The system wasn't wired that way. How do you know my name? I asked after the voice whispered it. We never used real names on calls, ever. The breathing stopped. Then, very quietly, the voice said, Don't send anyone. Something about the tone bothered me. Not scared. Not threatening. Flat. I need to know where you are, I said. You can't change it, the voice replied. Not this time. Behind the words, I heard something else, a low ventilation hum. Familiar. The same sound from the duct above my console. Are you inside the building? I asked. The call cut out. At the exact moment the lights went out. Total darkness. Screens dead. Radios silent. Backup power kicked in seconds later. Monitors rebooted. My partner cursed across the room. The system logs jumped straight from my previous call to system reboot. No record of the call. That was the first time I realized something had reached me from somewhere it shouldn't have been able to. My supervisor brushed it off. VoIP glitch. Power surge. Storm interference. I tried to believe him. Then, at 3:41 a.m., it happened again. A new incoming 911 call. This one showed a farmhouse address I recognized. There had been a fatal fire there a month earlier. I answered. The voice laughed softly. You sent Engine 2 and Medic 4, it said. They found him in the stairwell. Details it shouldn't have known. Details not in public reports. It mentioned what I was eating during that call, a vending machine snack I'd complained about to no one. How do you know that? I demanded. Lights, the voice said. The fluorescence flickered. He's about to walk in, the voice continued calmly. Your supervisor. The door opened right on cue. That was when I knew. It wasn't guessing. It wasn't predicting. It already knew because it was already there. From then on, it didn't stop. Calls came in without logs. Addresses tied to deaths. Transcripts repeated word for word from old recordings, but spoken in the same flat voice every time. Sometimes it told me what was about to happen. Sometimes it corrected my memories. Once, it rang a phone that wasn't even connected anymore. A dusty beige desk phone bolted to the wall from before the VoIP upgrade. When I answered it, the voice said, "You're early. You usually don't answer this one until the end." The worst call came when it used my home address. The voice told me where I was sitting, how my foot was tapping. Then it used my voice. Not an imitation, an exact copy. "These aren't calls for help," it said through me. "They're warnings recorded too late." It told me what it was. All the words that didn't change anything, it said. Circling until they find another line. Before I could respond, my supervisor walked in again, saying the exact words the voice spoke a second before him. The caller whispered, "The last call in the system was mine. You just haven't made it yet." I ended the call. I quit the job that night. I moved, changed numbers, avoided unknown calls that years passed. Then I found an old thumb drive. One file. A call log, timestamp tomorrow. I played it, breathing, a familiar hum. My voice begging, "Please don't answer this." Then silence. Then one last sentence. If you're hearing this, I didn't make it out like I thought I did. The file erased itself. Sometimes I wonder if that's the point. Not the calls, not the warnings, the spread. Because once you hear it, once you really listen, you start noticing things. The clicks before a call. The delay between the ring and the screen lighting up. I used to think this was rare. Now I'm not so sure. Different counties, different jobs, same missing logs, same impossible recordings. They all start the same way, with someone answering a call that wasn't meant for them. This may have been a nightmare on my street, but this may be a nightmare on your street. If you ever hear my voice on the other end, telling you an address you recognize, telling you not to send help because it's already too late, do me a favor. Don't answer. If this story unsettled you, if it made you check your phone or listen closer to the silence, like this video so more people hear it. Subscribe for more true call horror, missing recordings, and stories that were never meant to be found. And if you ever answer a call that doesn't show up in the logs, you'll know why we warned you. This call log was removed from the county database in 2009. No system error was ever identified.